All right, welcome back, guys. Today I'm going to be talking a little bit about how to hire cleaners, where you can find them, how much to pay them. Now, might differ a little bit depending on what area you're in, but for the most part, this is how I do things. There are a couple of ways you can hire cleaners. I mean, you can run ads, you can look at cleaning companies, and really where you're at and what stage of your business is going to kind of determine which method might be more effective for you. So when first starting out, I found it pretty effective to just go to the companies that already had cleaners that were on the platform looking for hosts to clean for. Now, these platforms, just a couple examples would be something like Turnover BNB or Tidy, Spruce. There's a couple of other apps out there as well. Choose whichever one you like. But the thing with these apps is that the cleaners on there, they're usually asking for a flat rate to clean the property. Now, there's a couple of pros and cons to this. One of the advantages of this is that it's pretty easy to find cleaners who are willing to do this. The disadvantage is that it's usually quite expensive. The other way that cleaners could potentially get paid is by hourly. This is how I personally run my business. The thing is that hourly really starts to be more advantageous when you operate at scale. By that, I mean just however many properties it takes to be able to offer your cleaner a full-time position. That may be different depending on what size properties you own or what other tasks you might be able to assign to that cleaner. This is kind of the reason why we're operating at scale. It just works out better because then you're able to build cleaner loyalty and you're able to give them more work on a reliable basis. Those are a couple of the ways you can recruit cleaners. You can also put out your own ads, like ads on Craigslist or Facebook Marketplace, the job marketplace, whatever it's called. You can use paid ads. You're gonna get different results, or you can use cold outreach methods, like even just talking to an employee at a store. Okay, so sometimes I'll even go up to an employee. If they are a stellar employee, they're doing a great job at what they've been assigned to, I might just say, hey, you're really good at what you do. Would you be open to other opportunities? And usually if they say yes, then you can exchange contact information and then, go over details, pay, hours, things like that later on. Depending on, now, when it comes to hourly pay, this is gonna be highly dependent on where you live and what the fair market rate is for hourly pay. For me here in Dallas, Texas, I can usually hire cleaners at a rate of starting at $16 an hour. Now, of course, this will not be sufficient for a lot of people. For some other people, it will be more than sufficient. It depends on where they're coming from, right? So if it's someone who's working at a minimum wage job, this might be a great upgrade in job opportunity. If they're working at somewhere else where, they might be working for $20 an hour, this is probably not the best fit for them, right? So we're basically looking for people who are coming from a lower paying job that you can offer them, either the same amount of work or more work for more pay. This is a pretty easy sell, right? So dollars make sense, and when it makes sense, you'll be able to hire more efficiently. Now, the other way you can do this is if you're not operating at scale yet and you only have part-time work to offer the cleaner, what you can do is you can go to these apps, hire them for a couple jobs part-time, and keep them as either your primary cleaner or your backup cleaners. But once you start to scale, once you start to acquire more properties, then you can talk to them about, instead of them working on a part-time basis for you, you can then transition them from the part-time to full-time, with a caveat, right? So instead of paying them that flat rate, what you're gonna offer is, in exchange for hourly, you're gonna give them more work. So just more work in volume will equate to higher pay. Either way, they'll be getting more work, getting paid more money. But this way, you're able to kind of take away either the advantage or disadvantage of flat rate, and that way you'll be able to control your costs as a host. Now, one of the problems encountered with flat rate that I've seen is that a lot of cleaners and dishonest cleaners sometimes will try to game the system, meaning if they come to a property that they're usually set to whatever the projected completion time goal is for that property, whether it be 2 or 3 hours, what they might do is, they might fluff up a pillow and remake a bed and then walk out the door within 15 minutes, pocketing your $100. That's the primary problem with offering cleaners flat rate, is that they won't do a full job many of the times. What hourly does is it incentivizes the cleaner to stay at the property, take more time, thereby milking the clock for more money, but at the same time being able to do a more thorough job and doing everything that needs to be done at the property in a complete fashion. Anyway, those are the couple of ways you can hire as well as source your cleaners, and hopefully this video helps. And if you got value out of this video, click like and subscribe, and I will see you later.